Hey everyone. So I have come up with this convenient system for me to think about value and about ideas for products or online businesses, and in this quick video I just wanted to share it with you. It was very insightful and really helped me to sort out the way I think about coming up with products and just generating value that can be traded for money. So basically, because all of the online business or business in general or startups comes down to generating value and then trading it for money, the biggest challenge for you is to figure out which kind of value you can create. And basically, generating value comes down to developing a skill set and then applying it to something to create some sort of product. So before developing skill set, you need to understand your own values, like the thing that you want to spend your life on, like because developing skill set takes many years, because it can take a lot of effort. You want to choose the niche where you are willing to spend like maybe several years to just building your skill set, because that will allow you to be in the top 5% of the people in the world at your craft. So you're practicing your craft for years, and being really good at it is what essentially it is the fundamental thing that allows you to generate value, which can be then traded for money. Okay, so basically first you come up with what I call terminal value. Like, there are instrumental values which you are like doing things to accomplish something, and then there are terminal values. Well, you can Google it or research it on Wikipedia. Basically, terminal values are things that you are doing for the sake of themselves. Like, for example, you are doing, I don't know, for me personally, it's writing fiction or creating digital art or learning things about artificial intelligence. These are the topics I am extremely passionate about. This is something I want to learn and to understand, and this is I'm doing not to make money, not to like accomplish something, but something that I'm doing for the sake of themselves. These are my values. This is what I want to spend the next 10, 15, 20 years of my life on. And this is just something, this is like my core drive that will allow me to be focused on it and pursue mastery at my craft. And that kind of drive will transform into skill set, because I'm willing to spend a lot of time practicing my craft, and that skill set will translate into value which I can then trade for money. Okay, so here in my little system I basically create a very simple table. Horizontally I write down the skills that I want to develop in myself, and the things that I care about, basically my craft. So as you can see here, I have fiction, which is like fiction writing is my biggest passion in life. Then there's artificial intelligence, which is like really cool computer science thing that is really exciting to learn right now, and I would like to learn it so that 10 years from now, when AI it's like the most important, highest leverage skill in the world, I want to be the guy who knows what it is and how to use it. Then computer graphics, it's my hobby since I was like a kid, and I really love creating digital art. So this is another core skill that I'm not really focused on right now, but I'm competent at. And then there are skills like startup, like I'm passionate about internet, about startups and building online businesses, and I'm constantly just learning everything I can about it. Then there's web development, which is like basically my job. Well, the core skill that I'm the best at right now. So this is like the direct skill that I can apply to making websites, and internet marketing is also a fun thing that I would love to learn. So these are like this is like my game. This is like the skills that I'm extremely that I want to spend the next few years of my life learning. Okay, and I feel like I can be really good at. You don't have to have this many skills. Just list the top 2 or 3 skills that you want to get really great at or are good at already. So once you have done that, then vertically I write down the types of value that these skills can generate. So this is just something I came up with. There may be more types of value, and if you think about it for yourself, maybe you can figure out different other types of value that you can generate. But basically, over a long time, I've been thinking about it, and this is the best way I can break it down and understand the kinds of things that you can create with skills. So first of all is direct value, and this basically means the things that you directly create with by applying your skills. Like fiction writers, what do? They write fiction. So direct value of fiction is fictional stories. Direct value of artificial intelligence, it's kind of hard to figure out right now, but essentially it's like startups and applications and algorithms that you can apply to solve certain problems. Computer graphics, the direct value is like animations and digital art and the art that you are creating. For startups, I will left this field blank because I don't want to. Okay, don't worry about it. Basically, for startups, obviously the direct value is the startup that you're creating. For web development, the direct value is the websites you're creating. I think you get the idea. So then the next type of value is meta value, and again the point of this whole system is that once you have identified a type of value that you can create, you can use it to generate ideas for your businesses or products. Like here's a type of value that you can generate. Now you can know that if you look at this value, you say to yourself, okay, this is valuable. That means there are people who will be willing to trade their money for this value, and that means that if I write fiction and get really good at it, then I can use online business systems to trade it for money and basically make money on online business. The same thing over here, like people are willing to pay money for websites or for whatever. The next type of value is meta value, and I call it meta value because it's everything that you have learned while practicing your craft at creating direct value. So basically, it's teaching the thing that you can do very good, because as much as people love the direct value that you generate, as much as people love fiction, there is a ton of people who want to get good at creating direct value. So if you get good at writing fiction, then you can teach people to create, to write it, to get good at it. So as you walk your path to mastery, to get great at the skill, you face all sorts of problems and all sorts of challenges, and overcome all sorts of difficulties and have all sorts of questions that you spend a lot of time trying to figure out how to answer, and this is massively valuable. So by doing that, you create a lot of value which you can also share. You can create courses, you can create tutorials. Like for fiction, it's like tutorials or YouTube channel that I'm planning to do, where I'm going to teach people how to write fiction. And for artificial intelligence, there's don't worry about it. It's just a blog where I'm writing blog posts and articles about artificial intelligence. For computer graphics, again, it's just another blog where I share tutorials and all sorts of things that I've learned that can be useful to digital artists, and etc. For startup, obviously there's a ton of people who are teaching online business and internet marketing and things like that. Web development tutorials also massively popular. So you can see that meta value, it's kind of surprising and interesting that meta value can almost be more valuable than direct value. Like it's very difficult to get a person to buy fiction because you can share it for free and stuff, and you can be successful writer by selling ebooks. But or the same thing with computer graphics, like direct value, like fiction and animations is entertaining, it's nice, but meta value is like way more valuable, and you can easily see how you could sell a fiction writing course or computer graphics course. And if you are really good at what you do, people will really want to learn stuff from you, and they will like you can create a massive amount of value, basically almost more than you could create by applying the skill directly. And it's also really fun to create, basically, as I'm doing right now. Like my big one of the biggest passions in my life is startups. So on this YouTube channel, I would love to just share the things that I have learned on my path to startups. I mean, I'm probably not going to turn it into like online business. I'm not going to try to sell anything. At least I'm not planning to right now. But I would love to just learn to generate value by sharing the things that I have learned. So there you go. Okay, moving on to the next type of value is what I call software as a service niche value. Basically, if you're a web developer, or if you are passionate about online business or startups at all, you probably realize that one of the most valuable things that you create is software. Technology businesses in Silicon Valley are the most profitable, the most valuable businesses that exist in the world currently. So software as a service is basically all sorts of online applications and software that you can write, and then sell monthly subscriptions to or whatever. And basically all sorts of startups that you can see are probably in this SaaS field. And the most challenging thing about creating this sort of startup is, as people in Y Combinator say, it is creating something that people want. And to do that, what you need to do is to pick a niche, and again develop skill in it, and then find some challenges that you can solve with technology, and then just apply your ability to create software, or ability to hire developers and outsource creating software to solve this problem. So basically, because the most challenging thing over here is to figuring out what kind of problems you can solve with technology, the biggest thing you can do is to again pick a niche and develop a skill in it. So if you get really good at AI or at computer graphics or at whatever you are passionate about, you will start clearly seeing a lot of things that can be automated, a lot of things that can use some sort of software, or can be a lot of value that can be created with the website. This is how you get ideas for software as a service. And this is another type of value that your skill can generate. So once you have a lot of deep understanding in some sort of a niche, you can apply that understanding to create a software, and there you go, you have a startup. Then service value is pretty straightforward. It's basically applying the skill. Basically, maybe it should have been the most obvious thing that you can the kind of value that you can generate aside from the direct value. Service value is basically applying the skill to create things for other people. In other words, either having a job or having a service business. Like obviously the most simple example is like, if you are good at web development, you can get a web development job and create websites for other people, and that way you can make money that way. Or you can create a service business. So there are, as you probably know, there are software as a service businesses which are quote unquote passive income. Well, they're not passive, but you know what I mean. Basically software that people subscribe to and use. And in service value, you basically use internet to get clients, and then do stuff for these clients. and that way you have a business that you are still an active part of. You are still, it's a lot of like a job, except you are working for many clients. So anyways, you can generate service value like that, like you can either get a job in computer graphics, or you can freelance, or you can do that sort of stuff. I think you understand what I'm going over here. And then I've been brainstorming types of value, and these are like the four main ones that I can figure out. These are the most coolest, the most valuable one that I can imagine. And one more type of value that I thought about was SEO. So I don't know how familiar with SEO you are, but the fundamental challenge of search engine optimization is coming up with niche keywords, with keywords that people are going to be searching for and that are easier to rank for. Basically, what you want is a keyword that only people in this niche are searching for, and that has very low competition. And again, the skills and expertise in some sort of area will make it easy for you to come up with narrow niche keywords that will rank very highly in Google. And these keywords convert into traffic, and you can do all sorts of cool things with traffic. Again, it's just, it's maybe not a fundamental type of value, but a sort of thing that a skill can provide. So you can probably think for yourself, or maybe like brainstorm other types of value that can possibly be. This is what I've got right now. And as you can see, the beauty of the system is that by creating this sort of table, like by listing your skills horizontally and the types of value vertically, you can create all sorts of ideas for online businesses and products. Like, there you go, like, just the skill of fiction generates directly fiction, which means I can create stories and write an ebook and sell it. I can create online courses and tutorials. I can create some sort of software for fiction writers, which is what I'm doing also. Technically I can create service, like I can go to the freelance or through freelance sites and write fiction for others. I mean, it's pretty miserable job, so I left it empty because I'm not planning to do it at all. Because but basically you can do this. You can see that this is the type of value that you can create. And again, I can come up with keywords that will allow me to rank my websites and do stuff with the traffic, which will probably also fuel all of these projects. And the same thing with every other skills. So this is like a very easy way to generate dozens and dozens of cool startup ideas, and it really helped me to sort out everything I know and everything that I can possibly do. And now I can just select the things I'm most interested in working on. As you can see, they are more bold over here, and the grayed out things are the things that I'm either not very interested in, or that I cannot do right now. Like here, I know that I can create direct value by generating AI algorithms, but simply because I do not have the competence, like right now or in the near future, to do that. I'm just going to focus on learning, and this is the lane that will probably open in the future. So anyway, I think you have got the idea. I hope this video was useful to you, and if you have any other ideas or comments, leave them in the comments. If you can come up with other type of value, so do leave it in the comments as well. I highly recommend you to create that kind of a table, because it will really help you to have all sorts of new ideas and find all sorts of new intersections that you probably haven't thought about, and that will allow you to have a lot of ideas to create your online business around. So there you go. I hope this was useful to you, and I'll see you in my next video.